Hey guys, Nooch, Neighborhood Picks. On the combat sports tip, we had a great time calling the Tank Davis fight the other night. But right now, I want to talk about UFC. What is actually in store for this year for 2023? It's a big year for the company because you got the slow demise of Conor McGregor. He's doing Roadhouse. He's 190 pounds. I'm gonna get to what I really want to talk about. Aljamain Sterling having an injury and who Sugar Sean O'Malley is pushing to fight. But when you look at the whole landscape of things, let's go to our boy Conor real quick so I can get him out of the way. Conor McGregor came up fighting 145 pounders. He went through the 145 pounders. He got Eddie Alvarez at 55, won a fight against Nate, lost against Nate at 170, and he beat Cowboy. Other than that, he got knocked out by Dustin Poirier at 55 or whatever the hell they were at. I don't see Conor McGregor fighting at 170, guys that walk around at 190, 195, that cut 25 pounds. That's not his frame. I don't know what he was taking to heal his broken leg, but that's not his frame. And I think my call is, I know everybody's saying Michael Chandler should be Conor's next fight, but I think if I'm Conor McGregor, he's so smart. The best, safest fight for him is the trilogy with Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is washed. I've been through a couple generations of guys starting their career and finishing. I've seen, now nobody can get inside the brain and see CTE until after passing. However, I can evaluate what I see. Nate Diaz, I've never seen a guy take more shots than him in my life. He's got so many miles on him. And then I think, him and Nick weren't point sparring when they were 14, 16. I could just see Nick like, come on, bitch. Like, fucking, like this guy probably has hundreds of thousands of shots to the dome. There's extra pause when he speaks. He's the perfect opponent for Conor because it's the least probability of Conor getting knocked out. Have you seen Nick? He looks like he's underwater. Please, Nick, don't do any more pad work and put it on Instagram. It's scary to watch Nick, and Nate is not far behind. I think if they keep Nate Diaz in the sport, if he comes back because he retired or something, I think he should fight. Conor's going to want to fight Nate. That's the easiest one. Chandler could start you, even though Conor is a sniper and Chandler comes in wild. It matches good. Chandler can start you. Now, here's what I wanted to get at. I love these up-and-coming guys, and I've been a fan of Sugar Sean O'Malley for a long time now, a couple years. And he was supposed to fight Aljamain Sterling, and Aljamain Sterling reveals that he has a torn bicep. So Sugar Sean O'Malley is pushing for Henry Cejudo. I love that. Henry Cejudo was an Olympic gold medalist. He's got a personality that just aggravates you. He's always talking about his gold medals. He beat Dillashaw. He won the championship. Super little guy, and then he quit. And Henry Cejudo didn't realize that nobody really gave that much of a shit about Henry Cejudo. So he's like, well, he won a fight. He's like, that's it. I'm wrapping it up. And everybody was like, okay. But he's dangerous. He's a very good fighter. But I think he thought maybe when he did the retirement thing, everybody was going to be in this big demand. It didn't work. So Henry Cejudo is coming back, and O'Malley's pushing for Cejudo, which I think makes for a very interesting fight because O'Malley, he's got his hair color. He's got a great style, freestyle kickboxing, Muay Thai, ambidextrous. He fights righty, then he goes to lefty. He literally comes out of both stances very seamlessly. Very talented fighter. However, he is not a wrestler at all. I think Henry Cejudo is a little monster. That could be a tough fight for O'Malley. And if he doesn't O'Malley's very dismissive of Cejudo. He's like, yeah, maybe I'll beat the little guy. Like, he's very dismissive, insulting. And Cejudo's tried to take shots at O'Malley. I've seen him backstage telling him he's a punk. These two don't like each other already. If O'Malley snipes Cejudo, that's a super feather in his cap because he has struggled a little bit throughout the way. He got hurt Cheeto Vera whooped his ass. He doesn't want to admit it, but Cheeto Vera whooped his ass. So O'Malley could be had. If he gets by Cejudo, that would be huge. That would be the biggest feather in his cap, biggest win by far. But I think if Cejudo gets close, he could literally have O'Malley on the ground trying to survive for 4 minutes and 20 seconds out of every 5 minutes, 3 to 5 rounds in a row, however many rounds they fight. It could be a bad day for O'Malley if Cejudo's wrestling style is a problem for him. Yeah, Sterling's not coming back. So a person close to Sterling, he said he's not fighting. He's not expected to have surgery on the torn bicep, but he's getting physical therapy. He's not fighting. So O'Malley, he's already on Twitter. Henry, or is he fighting Henry? Bicep torn. Okay, O'Malley's lobbying. So we'll see. Sean, oh, Cejudo, back to O'Malley. Sean, you're like a pack of Skittles that had an abortion anytime, any place. Cejudo is itching to compete. You can't be an Olympic gold medalist without being one hell of a competitor. So 2023, first glance, we have no idea what John Jones is going to do. Why even speculate? I don't want to see him fight the 40-year-old fireman, fucking the Ukrainian guy from Cleveland, Stipe. I don't want to see a 40-year-old fireman come in to fight John Jones. I'd like to see Jones fight Francis or nobody. Conor, they better go get Nate Diaz before he can't talk anymore completely to fight him, because that's about the only guy I could see Conor maybe beating. And O'Malley, Cejudo, keep your eye on that one. That's going to be a fun one if it does happen. Nooch Neighborhood Picks, like and subscribe.